Welcome to the Sanctuary. I'm Kyle, and I'm here to tell you, never be afraid to step into the pleasure den of the absurd. We're celebrating day 4 of Zappadan 2023. And you'll notice in my videos that I don't have a video for day 3, but all you intrepid subscribers probably saw my community post teasing what the next video would be, and it's going to be a good one. A great album, double the fun. Zappa teams up with Beefheart to produce Bongo Fury in 1975. What? Ah, yeah, there they are. Zappa, Beefheart, The Mothers. A transitional album, the end of an era. I don't know. All I know is that this is a favorite of mine. I'll tell you what. I celebrate Frank with this one. He did a great job bringing Beefheart out on the road with him and playing soprano sax and madness and vocals. Recorded live in concert at the Armadillo World Headquarters in Austin, Texas, May 20th and 21st, 1975, plus selected studio wonderment. Yes, that's right. The last go-round of the George Duke, Napoleon Murphy Brock era band, the Roxy band. They have Chester Thompson on drums on 2 songs, and George Duke, Napoleon Murphy Brock, Bruce Fowler, Tom Fowler, and they have a new drummer on the live tracks from 75, which is Terry Bozzio, making his Zappa debut. They bring along slide guitar player Denny Wally, and he adds a lot of flavor to this album. And, of course, Captain Beefheart. What a great mix. I'll tell you what. I think this album is just a great album. I mean, if you love One Size Fits All and, Roxy and Elsewhere, I don't know. I think this is a great sort of bookend to all that. And, it's going to lead Frank onwards to more musical adventures for sure. So it says on the back of the album that Zappa wrote all the songs except Sam with the Showing Scalp Flat Top and Man with the Woman Head. Those are solely credited to Captain Beefheart, although I kind of suspect on some of these that there's had to be a little bit of intermingling with the songwriting. But who knows? Business can drive friends apart. I kind of had the idea after talking about this album to do a ranking of the songs on this album, and it's just too hard. I mean, just put on the record. I think this is a perfect record. I think it's really good, and I would recommend this to someone, a Zappa novice, or somebody that wants to get into Zappa. Yeah, I would definitely recommend this album. I mean, it delivers so much. The performances are so energetic. I mean, the drumming is frenetic, and I mean, everybody on here, the bass, the sax, the vocals, the keyboards, the horns and everything. Everybody goes all out on this. And let's just run down the track listing. Well, first off, having Zappa as sole writer of some of these songs, I mean, this album opener is a great opening song, and actually really comes damn close to being my favorite on the record. It just sums up the whole thing, really, in this one song. For me, anyway. Um, Deborah Cadabra with Beefheart on vocals. And, I mean, if those are Frank's lyrics, man, he's really putting in an honest, good effort, you know, as is the band. You know, you could tell that Frank is conducting them, you know, and with his hand motions, you know, it's got all that energy to it, and a lot of great guitars, rhythm guitars, and everything. Great opening song. Goes into Carolina Hardcore Ecstasy, which everybody knows is a perennial concert fan favorite. Very cool tune. And the thing too with that, it's one of those quirky Zappa songs, but it's just such a band effort, you know. It's just great, you know. Highlights everybody's, you know, skill in the band. Next up, Sam with the Showing Scalp Flat Top, a little poetry reading by Captain Beefheart. I like it. And then it goes into Poofter's Froth, Wyoming, Plans Ahead. And, you know, this is sort of a country-esque song. And I think it's great. You know, it really does a good job with Beefheart leading the vocals. Next up, 200 Years Old closes out side one. Frank singing about the upcoming bicentennial of America in 1976. They're only a year away. And then, you know, a great sort of sharing of the vocal with Frank and Captain Beefheart. I like it. I think it's great, you know, and it's got, again, a great slide by Denny Wally. When you hear Denny Wally on this album, you hear Denny Wally on this album, and he really adds a certain kind of flavor to it. And I think the fact that it's recorded, you know, in Austin, Texas, makes his sound so appropriate for this record. Is there a Cucamongus? No, it's just side two, opening up with Cucamonga. You know, this song, the thing that I like about it is just the layering of all the vocals, you know, as the song goes on, and you just hear all this stuff going on, and it really, I like it. I think it's a great song, and quite frankly, I think it's kind of an ode maybe to, you know, his youth, you know, kind of like in the way Village of the Sun kind of was an ode to his youth. I don't know. That's the way I feel about it. I couldn't find any information about that. But it's a good track, I'll tell you what. Oh, man, next up, Advanced Romance. Man, this is a real highlight, man. Again, the whole band just shines on this thing. You can hear shades of Beefheart sort of grumbling in the background at times, you know. It's really good, you know, and the interaction between the vocals and everything, and Bozio's really snapping and popping on those drums, man. Really good. Next up, Man with the Woman Head. I had a friend over one time, or maybe I was at their house. Anyway, the point is, I played this song, and they were not used to Zappa, never heard it at all, and they enjoyed it, you know. And of course, why not? It's Beefheart and Zappa and the Mothers. It's great. And the album closes with the fun Muffin Man, perennial encore favorite for years afterwards. So that's it for day 4 of Zappadan, celebrating one of my favorite records, and hopefully it would become one of yours if you hadn't heard it yet. The great Bongo Fury by Frank Zappa, Beefheart and the Mothers. You know it. That's right. Hey, I want to thank everybody for watching. And I want to thank everybody that's celebrating Zappadan in their own way. This is just my little way to express my happiness and gratitude and towards the man and his legacy. Frank is an interesting guy and left a great body of work. And man, so if you like this video, please click the like button, give it a thumbs up. If you really like what we do and want to join in on the fun, where I just set down the camera, hold stuff up and talk about it, well, subscribe and you'll always be notified when there's something going on. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yes, that's right. And I want to thank you again for watching, and never be afraid to step into the pleasure den of the absurd.